Hello! So, Penny Dreadful is one of my favorite formats in Magic. It's a Magic Online exclusive format that uses card prices as its metric for legality. So, any card that costs 2 cents or less, or zero point zero 0.02 ticks on Magic Online, is legal in the format. And that means that every deck in Penny Dreadful is like $1, maybe $2 at most. And the best thing about that is that Card Hoarder and Mana Traders both have free loan programs that you can sign up for to cover all of those expenses. I've linked those in the description. And as a broke college student myself, that's the part I appreciate the most about this format. But it's also just pretty fun on its own merit, I think. There are combo decks that can win on like turn 2. There are a lot of high power cards that you wouldn't be able to play in other budget formats like Pauper, for example. And there's a lot of room for brewing. They check prices like every 3 months or so, and every time the format rotates, you get access to cards that weren't legal before, which is really cool. So if you like to brew decks or like play higher power formats like Modern but don't like the cost, this is a pretty good format to get into. So today, we're playing another brew of mine. This is a red-white artifact aggro deck built around modular cards. The two main ones being Zabaz the Glimmerwasp, which basically gives your modular abilities an extra counter, but only if they're resolving off the stack, not when they come into play. That's an important distinction to make. And Arcbound Ravager. This is probably like the best modular creature like ever printed. This guy lets you sacrifice your entire board to put a bunch of counters on him, and then it can sacrifice itself to put all of those counters on like one of your flyers or like an unblocked creature to like one shot your opponent. It's pretty cool. With these cards, we also have 12 other modular creatures. We have Arcbound Javelineer, Arcbound Mouser, and Arcbound Worker. And with animation module, which says whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on permanent you control, you can pay 1 to make a servo. You can go very wide. Whenever a modular creature enters the battlefield, it enters with a +1/+1 counter. And that actually counts as putting a counter on the creature, even though it doesn't like explicitly say it. So every time you play one of these, it'll trigger the animation module. So it's a very low investment to trigger this guy, which is a very powerful effect. Next, we also have a few support-like creatures. You have Signal Pest, because you can go pretty wide with animation module. Steel Overseer, again, also works well with the servo tokens. And Patchwork Automaton, which isn't actually... It doesn't have that many like synergies with this deck, but it's just a very strong individual threat. We also have Michiko's Reign of Truth, which can pump your creatures for a lot, especially if you go wide with animation module. So that's like the meat and potatoes of the deck. The spice comes from Experimental Synthesizer. So this card says when it enters or leaves the battlefield, you exile the top card of your library, and until end of turn, you can play that card. With Zabaz and Arcbound Ravager, both of which are sack outlets, and Shrapnel Blast, you can turn Experimental Synthesizer into a pretty consistent 1-mana draw 2, which is very powerful in a deck with such a low curve. This gives you a lot of game against like removal decks, control decks, any kind of draw spell that you can afford to play in an aggro deck like this one without like that much of a concession as far as like your creatures go. It is very powerful. In the sideboard, we have Blacksmith skill as protection. It can also pump your creatures if you want to go on the offensive. We have Isolate. This is primarily for Phyrexian Dreadnought. That card is really hard to deal with, and the Dreadnought deck is really popular in Penny Dreadful. We're also playing 4 Ethersworn Canonist. Uh, Blue-Red Storm is legal this season, and it's crazy. It can win on turn 3. Or no, it can win on turn 2, actually. So we definitely want to have 4 of these. Phyrexian Revoker is for the Necrotic Ooze combo deck, and also for miscellaneous activated abilities. I can show you here. The combo basically makes infinite mana with these 2 cards, and then drains you out. And if Phyrexian Revoker names Necrotic Ooze, it just kind of stops that, which is why it's in here. And you would really rather play creatures over non-creature like hate spells. If Deafening Silence was legal in this format, I would still play Ethersworn Canonist over it because it's a creature. In these kinds of aggro decks, you really want to have sideboard cards that serve the purpose of disrupting your opponent and also, trying to kill them. Like, if we play Graveyard Hate, for example, like Lantern of the Lost, we would be slowing ourselves down pretty much just as much as our opponent. Whereas this guy contributes to our board while also serving the same purpose. And yeah, that's the deck. This stream was actually from a pretty long while ago, like a few weeks. It takes a really long time to edit these, which might be because I suck at editing, and also I corrupted the file like twice somehow. I don't know how, but yeah, I'll try and get more videos out eventually. It just might take a while. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, this hand, we can go turn 1, turn 2, and we're on the draw, but I mean, this seems pretty decent. So I don't think it really matters what land we play here. We can start with forest, I guess. Or, not forest, mountain. This might be a wildfire deck. Cleansing Wildfire. Oh, Invasion of the Giants. Okay. What giants are legal? I wonder, Inferno Titan might be. I bet there are a lot of others that I'm missing. That's a good draw. I think I'm gonna hold off on this until next turn though, because I want to play Steel Overseer this turn and then go for like Michiko's Reign of Truth, Arcbound Worker next turn. And in case they are playing Wildfire, I'm gonna play this land because I don't want them to blow up the one that deals damage to me. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal, but you know. Okay, let's see what they reveal. Kicker 2. Trample Haste. It's kicked to get a counter, and then... Okay, I see. So it's a 5 mana 5/4 Trample Haster, but then if you have this, they can cast it for 3 next turn. Okay, another Zabaz. I think I'll play the Arcbound Worker. They could be holding up Counterspell. Can we really play around the Counterspell here? I'm gonna try to play around the Counterspell. It seems like they have one. So we want to keep the one that isn't summoning sick. And then I think I'll put the counter on here. That gets it out of Burst Lightning range. We could play another one. I don't know if I want to do that. That would give me a 5/5 this turn, but... So they can play this for 3 mana and it'll come in with the counter. Because this makes it cost 2 less. And kicker counts as a cost, I believe. Yep. I'm not gonna block. I mean, it has trample, so... But now we are free to play Michiko's Reign of Truth. We can play this, sack it to put a counter on this. Michiko is only giving +3/+3 here. They're playing Flame Slash, so we might want to just get this out of Flame Slash range. Make it big. Keep this one. Modular here. Play this. Put it here to play around Gut Shot. I don't know if Gut Shot is legal. We can actually get in for 10 here if we sack this and then put the counters on it. What's the difference between 9 versus 10? I don't know. I guess this thing I would rather have more artifacts in play for next turn with Michiko in play. So let's just get in for 9 here and keep this around. What is this? Look at the top 3 cards. It's Anticipate. Oh, so it has flashback as long as you control a giant. That's pretty good. Well, you need to discard it. It's kind of bad when you pay 2 mana for it, but if you discard it, it's a really good cantrip. Cloud Post, okay. Maybe I should be playing Cleansing Wildfire in my sideboard. So since they left this back to block, I'm going to buff this and then kill them. Because this has flying. Okay. Got there. Alright. We kind of flooded out there, but Zabaz got there on its own. Man, I kind of don't know what to bring in against their deck. I mean, Revoke Existence might be okay. I probably don't want to bring in too much. Probably fewer than what I've got right now. Their deck has a lot of removal, so I might not want Steel Overseer because it gets worse the fewer creatures you have in play. And it's also very vulnerable to removal itself. And since they are a removal heavy deck, I might not want Michiko's Reign of Truth either. Because, you know, it was only pumping our stuff for 2 there. Although we did also draw 3 Zabaz, so that's it. We don't want to board out too many creature spells. I think I still want 2 of these at least. Maybe just 1 Revoke Existence. Because they're probably only playing the 2 mana Saga. They are playing Artifact Lands though. So maybe I do want more copies of that. This is good. Wait, are they passing? Okay. We can go Factory Module and then start making 1/1s next turn. I think that would be best against removal. Next turn they won't be able to kill my creature, and then I can immediately start making value, which might be good against a more controlling deck. I'm going to play... Oh, maybe I should have done this differently. Whoops. So now I can't double spell next turn, since I played this mountain instead of Battlefield Forge. Well, I guess I couldn't play this anyway, but yeah. Oh well. Do they have a sweeper maybe? I would be okay with it if they... You're making my servo token bigger, huh? Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have the extra mana for that. Okay, so I'm going to play this one, I think. It's a little better against removal. Let me attack first. Yeah, I'll play this one. Say yes. Yes. See, this card is really good against spot removal like Flame Slash. It's weak against sweepers, of course. There's this card. Okay. Lots of creatures. I believe the best course of action is to just play an Arcbound Worker, pay for this, and the question is between playing this or leaving up Blacksmith's skill. This ability costs 3, so I can't do it right now. I think we might want to leave up Blacksmith's skill this turn, because they could have a sweeper, and I would like to keep one of my creatures alive. Oh, that's scary, but I think we're... This will hit for 6, guaranteed. They do deal 6, and I'm going to block like this. Just put 3 things in front of it. Modular triggers, puts it on this. I wonder if this will keep this alive, or will it deal 6 to all of these? Okay, it did stay alive. That's interesting. So this doubles the damage, but apparently it still only dealt 3 damage. I don't know. Let's play the Mouser. Pay for the animation module, and probably just leave up module activation. And then we're just gonna try and grind them out. What's this? X damage to any that's scary. We go after that. That deals 4. So I think that's worth using a blacksmith skill. Yeah. Zabaz. That's pretty good, I think. So we can play Zabaz, pay for the ability using Mishra's Factory. So we can sack this. Let's put counters on the Arcbound Mouser, and then just gain a lot of life. At the very least, I think I'm gonna sack this one. Destroy this. I believe I should put the counter on here. So that'll make this a 3-3. I will pay for this. Can I attack this turn? We can attack. Okay, they just let it go through. Another one. They're going face. Can't stop that one. I have a lot of chump blockers, so I don't think they can attack. We can make this a 5-5 if I sack this. Is that worth doing? Probably. So that's a 5-5. We can turn Zabaz into a 7-7. Oh. Yeah. So this is gonna be nuts. Yeah, I guess I'll play it. Oh. Oh. Can I win? 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Sick. So destroy this, put the counters on Zabaz, and play Michiko's Reign of Truth, and pump the crap out of it. Haha. And I won't pay. I can't pay because I have to pay to give this flying. So I'm gonna say no. So we play this. Target this. Hopefully they can't deal with a 17-17 flyer. Let's go. Solid. And Synthesizer just won that game out of nowhere. That's crazy. Sweet. Oh, double Clifftop Retreat isn't great. I think I can get a faster hand on a mulligan. I'm gonna mull. Okay, this isn't a whole lot faster. Well, no, it is. Okay, we're good. This is a plant. I thought it was a mountain for a second. Against blue, might be red. I'll play this one first. Oh, it's blue-white. So we want to resolve this one. Let's attack. Okay, they don't do anything. This walks into a counterspell, but I think I want to just trade. Oh, it's a memory lapse. Maybe I didn't want to trade that, actually. Seagate. Is this a flicker deck? They whiffed. Wait. Oh no, it doesn't reveal. Okay. So we definitely want Automaton in play. Because this is just hard to deal with. A morph creature? I don't know what morph creatures are legal. That's quite scary. I'm just gonna play my Steel Overseer. This is a 3-3 after this. I don't think I want to trade with any of their creatures. I would only trade for like this morph thing. Nah. I hope they don't play sweepers in the main deck. You know, you wouldn't think a deck with creatures would do that, but you never know with these Penny Dreadful players. It is a flicker. Okay. I see. At least it doesn't have like haste. Flying trample, pearl white and blue. Yeah, that's scary. They can't activate its ability, so it's always going to be a 6-6. You know, I think we might just be able to beat that. Funnily enough. So if I attack with this, they can just trade. I don't really want that. I would rather just have more things in play, I think. Because I have Signal Pest and another Steel Overseer. Actually, I maybe should have just activated before passing. Because they could maybe do something here. But I'm just going to take 6. Okay. Nothing so far. That's a good sign. Oh. So we can Michiko up this Signal Pest. Because it's the least blockable out of these creatures. It seems pretty good. And then in response to the ability here, I'm going to activate the Mishra's Factory. Now we go attacking. Let's swing. Can I swing out? Do they have to block everything? They definitely have to block this one. They have a second Achroma. I think I should swing like this. Then just leave up to Steel Overseer activations. That resolves. They do have a second Achroma. They kept the one that wasn't untapped. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're getting in for 16, which means they're dead to this next turn. Opponent forgot about the legendary rule. I see. Good thing we have the Shrapnel Blast. That would have been bad if not for this. So it's a good thing we have that. So a Seagate Oracle deck. I'll put it on my Signal Pest again. Play this. Mana Tithe is not legal in this format, so I don't need to worry about that. Sweet. Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's anything in our sideboard that we want. I mean, is there anything that's bad? We definitely want these Shrapnel Blasts. I think if I were to bring in anything, it would just be 2 Revokers. I don't know what I'd take out. I guess Animation Module doesn't seem that good. Is there a combo deck? This is good against grindy decks, but they're just trying to do some kind of combo. So just a couple Revokers, which can name Morph, I believe. I think it can name... Wait, let me check. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's just kind of useless. This hand has a bunch of tap lands. I'll keep it. Okay, Revoker cannot name Morph, or cannot stop Morph abilities. Good to know. We'll just play this one because it's the least useful. I don't care if this gets removed. That's good. I'm gonna save that. Okay, I suppose the better ordering would have been to play one of these last turn, so I could play Mishra's Bauble or Mishra's Factory this turn. Soul Herder is very bad for us. Huh. I probably need to kill this actually, but let's just do this. Put it on this one. Play the factory. We can attack. Get in for 1. This feels really bad though. I might want some Chain Lightning in my sideboard just for more removal. Right now it's kind of just... I figured we could just race any kind of creature deck, but I suppose there are decks like this that just have a really big payoff that you want to get rid of. So I might want to switch up the sideboard here. And Chain Lightning can also just be burn. So I assume this is Achroma. To clarify, I thought this would maybe keep them from playing it for the initial morph, not for the flip up part. I can attack with this, and then if they block, I can shoot it down. But they would just block with this anyway. I don't remember which one it was. It's probably this one. Well, we have 2, so we can name both Achromas. Aha. Got him. Okay, so they're just straight up a blink deck. I mean, I'm okay with trading these for sure. Oh, I should have... Whoops. Yeah, let's just go like that. Oh wait, I could have attacked with this one too. Did they just take 4? They did. They're not attacking either. So this makes a big boy. Oh, it's Morph says cast this card. Okay. Trample Hexproof. We do need to draw something. Oh, that's terrible. That is quite bad for us. Do they have another? Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Well, the reason they didn't attack last turn was because we have this. I'll take like one more draw step. Maybe. Do I have any outs? Not particularly. Oh, that is an out. Can I... Wait, no, this... That is flying. Wait. Oh, here's the math part. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not lethal. And they can still block after that. I maybe just have to go for that though. Let's see if they block. Can they kill me next turn? 6, 11. Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. This goes here. I suppose it doesn't matter. Sacrifice itself. Put it on there. We're only hitting them for 10 though. Destroyed artifact or enchantments. Okay, good to know about. Dismantling blow. That's an instant as well. Are they just gonna sit here? Okay, I guess I'll concede. I was hoping to see a little more, but it seems like they're just gonna not do anything for a while. Okay, this does absolutely nothing. Okay, they have some removal, so that's probably worth bringing in. I think that's it though. Okay, we're going first. Oh. This is a good hand. It's a little lacking in creatures though, so we are gonna need to find some of those. I maybe should have played the mountain first so I could play Synthesizer. But I guess I'm playing Ravager next turn anyway. Evolving Wilds. Are they a 2-color deck? No, Evolving Wilds is not really worth playing unless you're like a 3-color deck. I mean, even then it's still kind of not worth playing. I'm gonna play this Ravager and attack. But yeah, you can, if you're playing a 2-color deck, you should just play a duel over this. Unless you have Brainstorm, which is not legal in this format. So we can Synthesizer to try and find another 1-drop and play it. We can also just go 1-drop Michiko's Reign of Truth. I'm down to play Synthesizer though. Might bait out a counterspell as well. I could have played around that, but to be fair, if this hit a land, I would have wanted to play a land, so I believe I am justified in my actions. You can yell at me though, I don't care. They draw a card. I only have 1 white source. And this can block whatever I target with this. I guess it's kind of bad that this got countered then. I'm gonna play that and then hold up Shrapnel Blast. Then if they go for Flicker this or something, or like a Soul Herder, we can blast this or the Soul Herder in response. Okay, so no blasting right now. Play the Michiko's Reign of Truth. Put it on this one. Swing out. They can block it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just let this happen. So we got to eat 1 wall for free. Well, at the cost of losing 5 damage to the face, I suppose. 5 mana. Cloud Blazer. I don't think I want a Shrapnel Blast yet. Put it on the modular creature again, and then I will activate the Mishra's Factory to make it a little bigger. And then I think we should swing out again. They might block the Ravager, but we might have lethal this turn. So say we sack this and this, that puts 4 counters on the Arcbound Ravager. 5, 7, 8, puts them to 7. That is likely not good enough. So what else can we do? We can kill the Cloud Blazer. I'm kind of okay with trading that here, because that would get fewer creatures in play. Oh man. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would get in for 4 otherwise. But I kind of value just not letting them have any creatures in play. can put the counter on this Arcbound Worker. So let's sack this. And also activate this. So this trigger is always targeting that. So I might as well Shrapnel Blast. And now they're not dead yet, but they are pretty close. Archaeomancer. This can get back this card. That wins the game. Let's go. Nice. Sweet. I don't know if I played that the second to last turn well, but we did get there. I will play first. This hand is bad, unfortunately. Just no creatures. Okay, this one's good. Oh man. I guess I have to put back the factory? Yeah. And then we're gonna lead with Glimmerwasp or Zabaz. Hope they don't kill it. And then we can make two 2/2s next turn. Or two power creatures. That is quite sad. I guess I'll just play a naked Steel Overseer. Mono black is not the greatest matchup. We are good against Heartless Act though. That's the one upside. We are good against that card. No blocks. We just want to attack. Unfortunately, that keeps us from attacking. Okay. Calculating all the possible lines. I think I just have to pass. Yeah. Lash Writhe. Equip here. Yeah, I can't really do much about that. Makes this 6 power. Oh boy. And they're playing fast too. I can't really block. Alright. I could sack this here to make this a 3/3. That it wouldn't be able to race, but yeah. Not great, not great. So we can make this a 5/5, which is just not good enough. I think they should just not block, because I'm not really anywhere near killing them, and I'm at 9 life. So I think they'd rather have this creature attacking me. Yeah. Well, put this here. Make it a 3/3. Yeah. This is basically all I can do. I need to find a synthesizer and a lot of other stuff. It's a lot of damage. Okay. I thought they were gonna hit me with that. Okay. Can turn this into a 6/6? No, it's not good enough. Alright. This is a tough matchup. That Dark Ritual into Vampire on turn 1 is kind of nuts. And really the only card I have for this matchup is Blacksmith skill. I don't think Signal Pest is going to be very good. And I think that's it. It's a good hand. So we could go like turn 1 Arcbound Worker, turn 2 Zabaz Javelineer, or something like that. Oh. Okay, I'll leave a Blacksmith skill. Haha. Get hecked. This isn't the worst. Yeah, and I'll just keep my creatures around. No reason to go nuts with this Zabaz. Can try and get another counter on something or other. This is maybe just bad, because now I only have 2 creatures. Now this might have just been bad. Well, I guess I have a big boy now. We don't have Bloodchief's Thirst, fortunately. I found a Ravager. Yeah, I suppose I should have just let that thing resolve. I don't know. The extra creature probably matters a lot more than the extra point of power on this guy, especially with Shrapnel Blast in hand. You know, we need to draw Experimental Synthesizer. That's what gets us back in this game. They gained 4 life total. They're chumping. Okay. I'm gonna play the land. If they find removal, I will Shrapnel Blast in response. Definitely taking 2. Is this 6? 1, 2, yeah, 6. So I should sack the Ravager in response. And I guess they have Heartless Act or something. Okay. It worked. I think it might have been sloppy play by me. But the extra point of power did actually end up mattering, strangely enough. I might actually just go up the Steel Overseer. Overseer is at least, it can at least be good on its own, but the Signal Pest just is basically never useful if it's on its own. Oh, they just insta-kept. Holy. Sure. I think it's pretty likely that they have a removal spell on turn 2. So I won't play the Zabaz. They have Timoret. I'm down to get two things in play here. Well, we could maybe try and get him again. I don't think they'd fall for it twice though. So let's just play the second Mouser. Maybe I should have just left up the Blacksmith skill. Actually. I guess they should have attacked first, huh? They did have the second Blood Chief's Thirst, but would have been better to leave a Blacksmith skill last turn. Vampire of Malakir, or whatever, Gatekeeper of Malakir would be bad. Okay, we at least stop this. And they're on a 1-lander. This pumps for 2. Still haven't drawn the second land. Or sorry, the red source. I do need to draw one of those. Okay, they're just gonna spend it on Lash Ride. Okay, so we want this one to resolve first, right? Yeah, so we stack it this way. Okay. Oh, I suppose it doesn't matter actually, because this is still an enchantment. Let's go attacking. I think they might chump block. They did chump block. Mishra's Factory is a great draw. Man, they're getting super unlucky with this. And they're equipping. Wow. Wow. Yep. Play the Mouser. Mishra's Factory. And then I can force them to block. And then they would go to 1 if they just blocked here. Then I would get a modular counter. No, they can start activating next turn. Maybe we attack like that. So let's go like this. Notably, if we had a red mana, we could win the game here. Modular counter. I think this is best on the Mishra's Factory. These are all lethal attackers. They can gain 2 life though. Okay. I think they just got unlucky with the not drawing the 3rd land for so long. I'm sure they could have like stabilized a little better if they had found it earlier. Okay, we're doing well. 3-0. I'm really liking this deck so far. Maybe could work some things out with the removal. Like we could add some Chain Lightning maybe. And I might be interested in the 4 copies of Patchwork Automaton. Signal Pest was okay in a few games because just having evasion was pretty useful. But I don't know, Patchwork is just a lot more powerful. And we might just need more threats in this deck. I'll have to think about that one. Playing against Batmana. Batman. Oh, Batmana. Nice name. Yeah, I'll keep this. We can go Arcbound Worker turn 1, and then Ravager, Zabaz. I think just leading with Mishra's Factory is fine. Start with the Worker. Earlier I said that earlier I played Zabaz on turn 1, and I think I said that these guys would come in with 2 counters, but they actually don't because Zabaz is only for modular abilities. So like if it's an ability resolving, it'll add an extra counter, but not like when they come into play. I don't know what we're playing against. Could be a deck with removal. With this hand, the 2 lines are playing Zabaz plus Worker or just Ravager. Just Ravager would put fewer things in play, but give us a thing that we can activate right away. But maybe I just want this guy to survive. Oh, hi. Thank you, Ketchel. Nice to see you. I actually just saw your comment on the video. So yeah, right now we're playing what is this? Modular Affinity in Penny Dreadful, which is like my other favorite format besides Modern. Ravager, whatever. I don't think it matters. Oh, why is it lagging? Actually, I'll play this. I'll do this. Okay, this puts more power in play, so it's probably better. I don't know. Red white could mean red white cycling, which would be a very hard matchup. Could also mean Naya Naya hero. I definitely wasn't expecting that, but okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, Penny Dreadful is a really fun format. Like people don't play it much, but I think it's like one of the best formats for brewing. This is a really good draw. I don't know if I'm playing it this turn though. I kind of want to get another like creature in play. We'll go like this. But yeah, Penny Dreadful has so much yeah, there are a lot of like legal cards just because like every single card in every format is legal as long as it's under like 2 ticks or point 0.02 ticks, which is like 2 cents. And because of that, there are a lot of cards um that don't see much play in a lot of formats because they're either like banned and illegal or you know people don't play them outside of like one format. General Ferris is a good example of that. Only sees play in Modern, but it's a really powerful spell. Same with Arcbound Ravager. This card used to be like one of the most expensive cards in Modern, but then like Mox Opal got banned and then Affinity got worse. Zabaz is a great draw as well because we can Legend Rule this Zabaz and put its counters on something. Yeah, Dark Ritual. Oh my god. uh, the fact Dark Ritual is legal, it is so like dumb. In this season, uh, actually, most of the Storm enablers are legal, and the Storm payoffs. You have like Dark Ritual, Seething Song. You have Desperate Ritual, I think. You also have Frantic Search, the 3-mana draw 2, discard 2, untap 3 lands. You have what's it called? Mind's Desire, and you have Tendrils of Agony and Brainstorm. So it's actually nutty. So we can play Michiko's Reign of Truth on any of these. Can I win the game this turn? Oh, math. So I sack this to Ravager. Ravager's ability gives it 1 counter, and then the worker gives it 2 counters. So each of these are 3. 1, 4, 7, right? Yeah, 7. And then I sack this to itself. If I sack this to itself, it would add 8 counters to this, make it a 9/9. Well, I would have to play this before that actually. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I can win this turn, but I can win next turn. Wait, so that's actually how much damage is that? 7 turns this into an 8/8. Oh wait, no. I would activate the Mishra's Factory with itself. I would have 5 artifacts in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Michiko's Reign of Truth. I would play that. It would pump this one for 6. Oh no, I have to pay a mana to give this flying in order to get through this token. So I can't really activate the Mishra's Factory. So, oh my god. Stop it. Okay. So I would play this right now. It would pump this for 5 because it counts itself. Give this a +5 buff. The Ravager would give it +8. So it would be 9 + 5, 9 + 5, 14. And then they would be dead to Shrapnel Blast next turn. I think that works. If I'm wrong, that's too bad, I guess. So we sack this. Modular on the Ravager. Yeah, and you saw that give 3 total. The modular ability gives it 2 counters here, so it goes up to 6, and then this gives it 1. And then I sack itself, say yes, 9, give it flying, 14. We have a Shrapnel Blast. This is still in play next turn. It's a 9/9. I think we're getting there. Another card that is sorry, back to the previous discussion. Another card that is like almost an evergreen card in this format is Him the Torok. And you know, that card is like banned or not legal in most formats, which is, you know, why it sees play or why it's legal in this format. But like you could for some reason that card is just always legal. Is the format popular enough to kick out format all-stars due to price increase when season change? Yes. So, oh, we won. Yeah, yes it is. However, like some cards like Dark Ritual have just been printed online so much, and also like Him to Torok are just not legal in any formats, so it's just never played outside of Penny Dreadful. And cards like those like are usually always legal. Um this deck, wait, isolates probably isn't that good. I'm just gonna run it back, I think. Until I see like artifact removal, I guess. But yeah, like there are certain cards that are evergreen like those. But if you do see like a top deck, like a super broken deck, usually that deck is not going to be legal the next season. An example of that is High Tide. That deck is legal like every once in a while, every few seasons. Last season it was legal. I think the season before that it was also legal. But after a while it did get High Tide got expensive enough that wasn't legal this season. Okay, we'll keep this hand. Put back the tap lands. But yeah, usually if there's a broken deck, it will rotate out. We'll lead with this Arcbound Worker. This season, the deck that I expect to be rotated out is Necrotic Ooze combo. This thing is absolutely broken. So you have all these broken enablers, right? Ponder is legal, Dark Ritual, of course, and then you also have Animate Dead and Buried Alive to set up this Reanimator combo. So you can Buried Alive for Necrotic Ooze if you need it. Usually you just want to cast it, and use Buried Alive to set up the Necrotic Ooze. You put Barrington Medic and Morsel Hoarder and Vampire Opportunist into your graveyard with Buried Alive. And then what this does, Morsel Hoarder lets you remove a counter, a -1/-1 counter from your creature to add 1 mana of any color. And then this one lets you put -1/-1 counters on your creature. So Necrotic Ooze will have both of those abilities, which makes infinite mana. And then Vampire Opportunist is just a life drain activated ability that you can use that mana on. But yeah, I expect Animate Dead and Buried Alive to not be legal next season. Okay, we're playing these. Just play the 2 drops, not much to think about. Oh, what? Is this a Restore Balance deck? Oh my. The only reason I could imagine them playing this card is if they're playing Restore Balance. General Ferris. But no, they had a Hero Precinct one, so they can't be cascading into Restore Balance, which means this is probably just like a mana fixer, I guess. We're gonna Michiko's Reign of Truth. Put it here because it doesn't matter. I'll give this flying. We can attack. We have 2 Shrapnel Blasts, so they are almost dead. They're very close to dying if we draw a land. Oh, I know why they're playing this. Okay, it works with General Ferris. That's why. Because this is a green-red artifact, and its alternate ability is actually a casting cost. So it does count as casting this spell to trigger this guy. That's cool. This... They could be playing Grumgully for an infinite combo with this. Actually, they are probably playing Grumgully and the unicorn card that does the same thing as Grumgully. 4, 5, 6. Okay, that should be lethal. So we go attacking, activates Zabaz. Cool. Then we can Shrapnel Blast their face in combat, sacking this guy, putting the counter on Zabaz. I should have put it on this one actually, because they can Burst Lightning this in response. Okay. I did get punished for that. Oh, but we still get the modular counter. Imagine if we'd done that correctly. I think, am I dead now? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Huh. So that was a potentially game-losing punt. Let's see what happens. We do have the second Shrapnel Blast. So unless they have a way to pump their creatures. See, this is the unicorn. Okay, that's infinite. Because the unicorn gives the persist creature a counter when it enters. Okay. So I should have put the modular counter on the the thing. It's okay though. We're still in it. Revoke Existence probably won't come in. We did see some artifact hate, or at least removal. I think animation module is too slow because they're like a combo deck. Okay. Just 2 Blacksmith skill is probably fine. Cool deck indeed. Yeah, it's playing the Wild Cantor 2 to trigger both Hero Precinct 1 and General Ferris. And it's also just ramp for the your combo, like the combo plan. It's pretty cool. I need to draw some creatures. This only pumps for 2 on turn 2. Synthesizer. I'm gonna save that for next turn when I have more mana. Because if I play it now, I won't be able to play any 2-drops. No removal. They have green-red. So I could activate Mishra's Factory here to make this a 4/4. But I think I want to play Synthesizer instead. And they might have removal here. Kinda looks like they do. Is there any card I can get off Synthesizer that would be better pre-combat? Zabaz maybe? Okay. Yeah, we'll just attack then. We hit for 5. If they kill this, we put the counters on here. Or I guess just 1 counter. They go after my land instead. That's reasonable. So we would like to draw any creature. We could Shrapnel Blast next turn, sacking this Synthesizer. Okay, drawing a second Synthesizer means I'll probably just play it. Yeah. Huh. Okay. That lets me attack. Yeah. Lets me attack without destroying myself. Okay. They have a 1/1. This means they can't combo off with this safe hold elite. Synthesizer is so good. I was really surprised when I saw this was legal. But I suppose modern decks don't really play this anymore. Or at least the decks that did have been, they've like kind of phased out of existence. They can kill my dude. I still have Michiko. I can Shrapnel Blast this turn, sack this, and try to find something. I'm going to attack first though, because we can try and get their red cap. Or like if they try and block and like kill this, we can Blacksmith skill. They just chump block. I'm gonna go face with this Shrapnel Blast. Sacking this. Okay. I guess I should play that. So yeah, I should have done that before combat. Is Synthesize? Is this legal? Oh, it is. It might be played in Pauper. I don't really follow Pauper that much. I bet it is played in Pauper. Because isn't like Deadly Dispute like one of the best cards in Pauper right now? I'll give this one plus... Oh, now they're making tokens though. Until end of turn, you may play that card. And you can only activate as a sorcery. You remember discussions about how strong it is? Yeah. I mean... Oh, I should have played the Signal Pest, but I think they're gonna block with this anyway. I mean, I could look it up right now, I guess. The power of Google? Okay, it does seem like people are playing Experimental Synthesizer in Pauper. But I mean, it is a... What's this? Oh, that's really good with this, isn't it? Oh. Okay. Well, that's scary. I don't have any things that give trample in this deck. I think I should block here and then Blacksmith skill. Just use it as a removal spell in combat. Because this guy makes 3/3s now. This is a 5/5. They would have to trade these two to trade with this. Or well, they would only trade one creature. But I could attack with the Signal Pest to make it a 6/5. That seems worth it. I'm not gonna sack the Synthesizer. The odds are high that they'll just chump block here. But they do go for the trade. And I think I'm okay with this because their board was a little bigger than mine. If they find the sack thing, they win the game because of this. Because that's infinite damage. Play this. That's a good draw. That's a sack outlet. So we can destroy the Synthesizer. On the Mishra's factory. I think I have to block though. Or just pass back. If they don't find they pay off this turn, we can win with Michiko's Reign of Truth. Giving this flying and then like attacking. We know they have a land in hand. So this is just free. Okay. They didn't play their land either. Do I want to activate this? I don't think so. Synthesizer? Kinda short on red mana though. Oh, the red mana. This isn't it, I think. Wait, I can sack this. This makes this a 3/3. That's exactly. Let's go. Oh my god. Okay, so we sack the Javelineer, Modular on there, and then give it flying. No flyers on their side. Signal Pest pumps this to 4 power. Nice. GG. GG's. Batmana also said GG's. That was a cool game. I'm kind of glad we lost the second one, even though that was a big punt, because we got to do that. But yeah, this deck is nuts. I think it has a 67% win rate, according to the website, which is insane. But honestly, I think people aren't playing it as much as they played High Tide last season. Like for some reason, there were so many High Tide players last season, but not so many people are playing this deck. The Necrotic Ooze deck, that is. Actually, I think the most popular deck this season is probably Stifle Knot. So this deck right here, I think is one of the most popular. This is built around Phyrexian Dreadnought and Slip Out the Back. I like to call this Slipknot because Stifle Knot, and then you have Hush Knot if you're playing the White Torpor Orb creatures, and I call this Slipknot. But yeah, Phase Knot is basically what it is. Uses Slip Out the Back and Reality Ripple to phase out Phyrexian Dreadnought in response to its ability. Phasing out the Dreadnought makes the game think you don't have any creatures in play. But yeah, you still have the Dreadnought. The Green March, it is legal. What does this say? May exile any number of green cards from your hand, cost 2 less for each card exiled. Choose target creature with mana ability. And then you search your library for a creature with the same name. I wonder if there are some combos you could do with it. Oh, with Dreadnought. You'd have to play green though. Green kind of sucks. Or you'd have to pay 3 mana? Yeah. I don't know. Alright. Playing for 5-0. Let's see. We're on the play. That's great. Yeah, the blue cards. What's it called? Slip Out the Back? It's so good because it prevents them, phasing out prevents your creature from being targeted on your opponent's turn. So it just protects it from sorcery speed removal. This hand, oh boy. This is so good if this is the other red-white one. Yeah, Dreadnought, I mean, who plays Dreadnought, right? It only ever sees play in Legacy Stifle Knot, and even then it's just a super jank, like off-meta combo deck. I mean, we could play tap land on turn 1 and then just start going off. I think that's probably okay, especially since we're on the play. Oh, so this could be a few different things. I'm thinking this is Jokal Hops. That's the 6 mana sorcery that's red. Costs 4 red red. Destroy all lands and all creatures. So we're just playing Mouser Arcbound Worker. Yeah, but this is like a control deck. It looks like it. Okay, second, the Slagwoods Bridge confirms it, I think. Definitely Jokal Hops. We'll play a synthesizer here. Never punished. I wouldn't have been able to play the Mouser if I didn't hit a white land there. Now let's hope they don't have a sweeper. Spy Kit isn't on Magic Online. Wait, what's that? +1/+1 and has all names of non-legendary. Is this a arena card? Oh no, it's from Conspiracy. Another combo card with Green March has all names. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All names of non-legendary creatures. Well, but still, you're playing. You still have to play the March for like pretty decent amount of mana though. But I guess you could play like mono green Dreadnought. Mono green Dreadnought, like Tooth and Nail, but with the Green March instead. It sounds kind of bad to be honest with you. What is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You only pay depending on the creature's CMC in play. So you can search for any creature? Yeah, so you could just exile one card and play it for 1 mana. But you would have to play Spy Kit before that. So you could, maybe if you went green-black, play Dark Ritual, and then you could go Ritual, Spy Kit, Dreadnought, Green March, exile a card from your hand, and put whatever big creature into play. That's kind of convoluted. So I was thinking between playing this land and then Synthesizer. I don't think it matters too much. Well, so we could play this land, Michiko's Reign of Truth, attack. This could pump for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if I activate the Mishra's Factory. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 7, which is 13, and puts them dead to Shrapnel Blast. That's pretty good. We could also Modular. Could sack one of these after playing Michiko's Reign of Truth. And that would give us 2 more damage each, right? Because that would put 1 counter on, or that would put 2 counters each. Oh no, that would only give us 1 more damage for each activation. So we could attack for 13, 14, 15 this turn if we played Michiko and then activated Zabaz twice, sacking these. I'm kind of down to do that. They're not casting Jokal Hops next turn. So, wait, no. That puts them to 4 because we're not activating this Mishra's Factory. I think I will still take that line though, because it makes one of our creatures, or it takes our creatures out of burn range. Let's sack this, put the counter on here. Like, I would rather have my Zabaz survive over this Arcbound Mouser, even though I'm gaining a lot of life. Maybe this is worse than just leaving them in play though, because now I don't have as many creatures in play for this. Also, I didn't count correctly. Whatever. I never said I was good at math. The only problem I see with this plan, well, I guess there are a few problems I can think of off the top of my head. I think the biggest one is that you have to play this. Oh, you also have to equip it, right? So you can't do this combo with Dreadnought because you can only equip at sorcery speed, and like the Dreadnought trigger would go onto the stack before that. They cascaded into Ponderer and then killed my Arcbound Mouser, but now I'm just attacking them for 7 in the air, so they're just dead. Sweet. Flying. Okay, we got there. This deck feels so powerful. Like, look at all this. I'm still drawing like 4 cards this turn, even if this doesn't work. Against this deck, I probably want Blacksmith skill, because you can make our stuff survive through Joko Hops. They're the Cascade version, so I think they're playing See the Truth with their Cascade cards. At least the list that I saw earlier had See the Truth, which draws 3 cards if you cascade into it, but otherwise is kind of mediocre. We definitely want Revoke Existence as well, because this can hit their lands. I don't know what to take out. Animation module is kind of meh, because they play a lot of sweepers. But maybe I still want it. I think I'll board out Signal Pest. I think I'm down to board out Animation module, just because I'm bringing in 5 non-creature spells. I did win game 1. Basically, they just cascaded into a Ponder with Shardless Agent, killed my 1/1, and then left me with a 7/7 flyer while they were at 6 life. And I won. I don't know what to cut. Probably one of these, if I had to guess. I guess this survives the big boy spell. I'll cut this. But yeah, we got there. They were a turn away from Joko Hops. They needed 1 more mana, but we didn't give them enough time to stabilize. Probably bottom this mountain. This hand needs to draw a payoff card soon. That's helpful. Doesn't matter. They do kill my dude. My poor... I thought that was a dog. Arcbound Ravager. I think I'll just go double. Pass. They have a Cleansing Wildfire, so they're gonna ramp. This destroys their indestructible land and then lets them search and draw a card. What are the odds they have a sweeper next turn? I don't think they play too many sweepers in their deck. I might want to play Arcbound Ravager this turn, because I don't really get too much reward for going wide at the moment. I think I'll play these, because this costs white mana to play, and if I want to play it next turn, I wouldn't be able to leave up Blacksmith skill. So if, say, we drew a second Mishra's Factory, I'd be able to play Arcbound Ravager and leave up Blacksmith skill. Let's hope they don't cascade into a sweeper. They found See the Truth. This is the card I was talking about. This is basically sorcery speed anticipate if you just cast it. But if you play it from your deck or from anywhere other than your hand, so like from your graveyard too, you would draw 3 cards. I am very scared of Joko Hops next turn. Let's just swing out here. I think they have to block something. I don't think I can beat Joko Hops next turn anyway, so I'm just gonna take the high upside line. I shouldn't have attacked if I was gonna go for this, but Ponder. That means no Joko Hops this turn. They cascade into Cleansing Wildfire. I'm glad they're not hitting my lands. They did find a removal spell. Modular Lifelink? Oh, ability counters, right. I always forget those exist. Shrapnel Blast. I think I just need to play Ravager this turn. So they obviously have Joko Hops here, which means I'm going to block here, sack my entire board out of spite, because I can't beat this anyway. But yeah, modular working with ability counters would be pretty cool. So this would like be able to give another creature lifelink. Yep. I'm just gonna concede. So we gave them a little too much time there. Their only removal is does 2 damage. Oh, I should be playing this. Wait. This stops Cascade. I wonder what I should cut here. I don't think the game is gonna go too long. I mean, Blacksmith skill is good, but Patchwork Automaton might be not good enough. Or like maybe we'd rather have something else. No, that would be cutting too many non-creatures or too many creature spells. So let's go like this. I'm raising my curve a little bit. So Michiko's Reign of Truth is maybe not the best. I still want this card because it lets a big creature survive through Joko Hops. You know, maybe I should have just left this up. And then if they went for Joko Hops, I could have saved like the Arcbound Mouser and then gotten the 7/7 to hit them with. Might have been a better line. Let's go down one of these. Actually, no, let's not go down. On the play, we might just want to go fast, but let's hope this works. I'm a really slow sideboarder. I always go to the red. Unless it's a deck I know well. I will play first. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna lead with the Javelineer because they don't have any creatures that we really wanted, you know, spend stuff on, and they're pretty likely to dead the first thing we play. I don't think my life is gonna matter too much, so I'm gonna play this one. Okay, they don't do anything this turn, which means I'm gonna play the Mishra's Factory, the Arcbound Worker, and Mouser. Hope they don't have Pyroclasm. And Ethersworn Canonist is coming down next turn to stop any Cascade cards, except for Shardless Agent, I guess. Oh man, do I play that one? But it could be so bad if they could untap and... I'm gonna be greedy. It would have been nice to draw this last turn, but this is hopefully okay. I just really don't want them to untap, play Bloodbraid Elf, and then like maybe destroy me. Okay. Shardless Agent cascades into... I just got max punished for that. Holy mamma mia. The land is good here. Land is really good. Well, I could attack with one of these. I'm just gonna pass though. Kind of want to save these for if I draw Zabaz. Okay. Oh, it's a good draw. I'm maybe just gonna play Ethersworn Canonist regardless of what I hit off of this. I feel like I have to play this. So yeah, I was definitely punished for not playing the Ethersworn Canonist. I bet they found this Slagstorm off of the Sea of the Truth too. Worst case would be they dead gone this end of turn and then play Jokal Hops. Actually, worst case is just Jokal Hops next turn. Yeah, Shardless being an artifact is pretty relevant against Ethersworn Canonist. Although last turn it would have still kept them from playing the Sea of the Truth. But yeah. We want their hand to be full of Cascade spells. Specifically, Bloodbraid Elf. Okay, they can't cast anything else this turn after playing that. That's kind of good. We can Shrapnel Blast, sack the Synthesizer next turn to draw a card. So let's do that. Good hit, good hit. We do need to draw more stuff after this, though. Please don't have it. No. We're gonna play it out. If they have Bloodbraid, I think that's over. Oh no. My 5-0, no. And they found Slagstorm. They didn't even cast it. We do need lands to cast our spells, so we're kind of getting somewhere. Oh, they casted a Sea of the Truth. So we take 3. We have a couple turns to live. There aren't really any Haymaker type cards in our deck though. So it's going to be really hard to come back from the... Oh, they're cascading into Bloodbraid Elf. Into Cleansing Wildfire. Oh my god. They should have done that pre-combat, but I don't think it matters. Good games. The sad 4-1. Yeah, we got ultra punished for playing for not playing Ethersworn Canonist that turn. Unfortunate. Yeah, GG's. GG's. This deck felt really powerful though. I will say. I think this could be a really good a solid archetype. Wait, what? I swear I played 5 rounds. What? The last person we played against didn't register. Okay, we'll just I just have to manually do that, I guess. Lalita Scorned. We lost to someone named Lalita Scorned. Okay. That happens sometimes, I guess. Okay. So that's this deck. Yeah, I'll revisit this sometimes. Or sometime later. It's a lot of fun. Zabaz was really good, especially with Synthesizer. The Synthesizer was very impressive overall. Michiko's Reign of Truth was also pretty good. I don't know, maybe this deck is better off with like 3 copies because we don't have like 0 drops to make this really powerful. Like you don't want to play this on turn 2. Then we could fit in like some more removal maybe, like Chain Lightning. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. Next, the other deck that I wanted to try today was this. Blue-red polymorph.